Great to have you with us from Thoreau Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Florida Gators and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, glad to have you with us. Holly Rowe down on the sideline with the latest on an injury.
Hey guys, I caught up with the Florida head coach pregame. They have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Guys?
Holly, we'll see how they adjust. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So Florida's offense who will have the football first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Long way to go on second down. Looking downfield, it's Miles. Here comes the heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands out on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Not a lot of room to field this one. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. So the Missouri Tigers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
Well, I think it's hard anytime you're a freshman quarterback trying to get acclimated to the speed of college football, especially this early in the year. But, David, things are going to go faster even today because of this secondary and because of all the playmakers they have on the back end. For this quarterback, he has got...
Caught, and he's got room. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain. Missouri wants to go fast.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Catch in the middle. It's Edwards. Runs through a man. He might have some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense complete.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense takes matters into its own hands. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. They go to the counter. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Right back to it. Could be an alley. The 50. He's at the 40. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Hauls it in. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their junior defensive end, and they hope he's just rattled momentarily. Holly Rowe will update his condition in a bit. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Quick give. It's Clark. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Right back to the well. Turning it on. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school.
Makes a grab and room to run. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air. It's Miles. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And the Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another player.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Fires to the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. Might as well run him again. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
They kick it away on 4th down. Fields the punt. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Dropping back, it's Miles. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in it.
Snags it, and there's running room. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They'll run it. It's Clark. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Neutral zone defense. Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Sells the run, looking to pass. Out wide right, it's Washington. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Tons of room in the middle. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. play action. They're all over him. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Handoff, Gibson working left. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It is good. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Coming out with it, it's Abrams. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. Stepping to the right. He's going to take off. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Second down coming up. Breaks through, it's Clark. Got the first down. Turns it on in midfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Finds his man. It's Foster. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Gators have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll ride the hot hand. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Miles. Out wide left, it's Clark. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. The Gators have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Fires into the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Look out! He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
They'll give it to Jarrett Gibson. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab on the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Tigers will hustle to the line.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Straight ahead, it's Edwards. runs for the tackle. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Handoff for Jerry. Breaks into the open. The 10. Touchdown, Missouri. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Offense back to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
To the air, it's Miles. Got it.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Clark. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Snap in the shotgun. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get ball back. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Got enough for the 1st down. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. The Gators will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They took it 71 yards down the field, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
2nd and long here. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. That thing goes straight up like a rocket. Tell the blimp guys to look out. On the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Gators want to move quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking for a crease. It's Clark.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Back to throw, it's Miles. Rushes on, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just got rid of that one. And the Gators line up to punt it away.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Under pressure. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Ooh, I don't know, guys. Did he hear footsteps running over the middle of the field where all those defenders are lurking? I think that might have got in his head. That might have been a reason why he dropped it.
Time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looking for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Setting up the screen. Got room at the 35. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Sets his feet. It's Miles. Taking a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the Stanford Cardinal. And it's the Mustangs looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game at Memorial Stadium. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half.
The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Guys, the Florida head coach told me coming out of the locker room. Guys, we may have an upset brewing. As you know, this team came in here not highly ranked and highly regarded, but that doesn't matter. The players on the field have had something to say, and they are really taking this game to the home team. We'll see if there's an upset continuing here in the second half. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Missouri wants to go fast. On third down, he drops to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Searching for space. Makes a move. Can they catch him? He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the Florida sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep going to this big target. As you know, the tight ends never get the glory, and this guy is on fire today. Let's see if they continue to feed him the rock. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Looking to throw, it's Miles. Right side, it's Brown. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right
throws toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Not a chance. Missed it. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession. He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Between the hashes, it's Washington. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. So Missouri will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, 1st down. The run inside. It's Montgomery. All over him immediately.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly complete.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They put the brakes on him.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious, and he gets back in the fray shortly. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Bulldozes his way through. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Finds his man. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Here's a give to Gibson. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going over the top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Delayed give. It's Montgomery. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. 8-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and short. Hits inside. It's Montgomery. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Gators are rolling down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Turns into the pile. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the try is no good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Unloads to the wideout. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Gets a hand in there.
Well, you see the offense trying to hook up on that in route, but the receiver just not able to create enough separation to complete that throw.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it in. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Hard running there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. The give to the back. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats of what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close. He's going for the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. After giving up that score on the last possession, now they need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie things up. Out wide right, it's Washington. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
And that's a great way to start this drive. Listen, we understand the situation. We need a touchdown, we need a 2-point conversion, but you can't get all of that on one play. Stay consistent, plenty of time still left on the clock. Dink and dunk if you need to. Take what the defense gives you.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fighting off the defender. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Right side, it's Washington. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Gators sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're able to make that happen and keep this lead. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll give it to him again. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he got enough for the first down, but we'll need to check on that injured player. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. Running inside, it's Montgomery. Hit and stopped right there, not much on that pickup. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Montgomery. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job on first down. Great job on second down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. quickly out to the tight ends. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Needs it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Mays. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Handoff again. There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, it's Montgomery. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They'll start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Tigers have their offense in high gear.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Rush right in his face.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds a man in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Unloads it left. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You want to have a lot of success on defense? Make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Looking to the big tight end. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The snap sets up the throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And at this point on the field, I mean, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Gibson. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Tigers. Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure. Gashing the D on the right. The 40. The 30. He's at the touchdown Gators. And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Tigers sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They're all over it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. Missouri wants to go fast.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're...
Breaks free, and he might be gone. Crosses midfield. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw one first. Plows through the defense. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. Snapped on fourth down. Look out. Caught. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Back to pass on second down. Throwing right. He's got it. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
All right, big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back. You're going to have to score again and go for 2. A lot has to go right, but at least you get that touchdown to give yourself an opportunity.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Mizzou will use its third and final timeout. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Now on second down, it will probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. The Gators come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Push it ahead. That was a huge third down stop, but now the field goal can make it a 2-possession game. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Drops back on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, there's a